Let's actually start dropping some of this gear, because again, we're getting heavy, as you can see. A lot of that's pelts. Drop the pelts and suddenly you'll be light as you ever were. Okay, drop this one. Alright, feel good about that. Hell, we'll even drop the full plate, because we'll pick it up as we leave town. Or leave the map. Oh, we got a wand of fireball in there somehow. I don't remember doing that. That's pretty sweet. Alright, and we wanted to
Our
buff
time
her.
has come.
I believe.
All
She
this
is
waiting
our
bores me.
mobility person. A solid 16, I'd say so. Okay, so have her
Done.
168 XP. Let's do the reverse.
I will see this through. No one stands in my way. Done.
Nice, 168 again. How is she doing on that? Cruising right along. She's doing okay. Lindsay's doing her best to try to keep up, but she's just not going to be able to. That's all good.
In due time.
What is in this mess? Ooh, a box. Anything else?
Over there.
Oh, Dorraj pennant. That's money. Alright, since this is probably a check of some kind, let's actually do the trick
Together we
for the
stand.
whole team. Quick save that miss. Highlight the whole team, click on the box. Once long ago, a sturdy watchtower rose above the forest, ready to signal an enemy's approach, day or night. Now the ancient moss-covered stones were crumbling, and birds rather than warriors inhabited the place. The ground floor had long been looted, but there still seemed to be some furniture left on what remained of the upper floor, a rotted table, an uneven chair, and a small but seemingly robust chest. Sadly, the stairs leading up had collapsed long ago. So we have an athletics check, and we can choose our character. Obviously, we'll pick the best one. We try climbing up. Now, if I don't want it to be him, I can give it to her. He's still the best at it, so again, I don't mind getting the XP. But again, if we want to get her to catch up with the team, 13 is almost as good as 14, and we'll probably pass this check. I'm not worried. Success at athletics checks. Eliza deftly climbed the stones, even as they crumbled beneath her feet. On the next floor, she found what must have been a living room centuries ago. There were even the remnants of a decomposed floor mat. The chest was heavy, but it didn't take Eliza much effort to push it to the ledge and drop it down. The chest fell to the stone floor with a loud thud, a huge cloud of dust rising around it. The wood had darkened after years of exposure to the sun and the rain. The metal siding had grown a layer of rust, and the decorative carvings on the lid were barely discernible. Even so, the chest itself was as robust and secure as the day it was made by some unknown dwarven master, and of course it was still locked. Okay, so now we have a choice of perception check, searching for the key, trickery check, choose a character to just try to pick the lock, or a strength check, which we're not really good at that. But perception first. We search for the key. Let's see if she can get it. She needs an 8 or better. Woohoo! She's kicking ass. The search turned out to be a surprising success. We found the key in a small niche that had been covered with rubble. Despite its age, the dwarven lock was still operational. We turned the key, and the chest lid opened with a shrill creak. Inside, we found the simple possessions of a dwarven warrior who must have once been stationed in this tower. Battle gear consisting of chainmail, a helmet, a shield, and an axe. A pair of torn traveling boots, and a metal tankard the size of a small bucket. Nice. A pipe and a full pouch of tobacco, which had petrified over the years. I bet that's tasty. And lastly, a peculiar little thing, a complex red metal cog. Boom. Give me my shit. All right, team. That was, oh my good lord, look at the XP that we got from that. Or should I say that she got from that? Is that everybody? I think that was everybody that got some of that taste of that XP. We got, let's see. Yeah, for uncovering all the mess. She got, though, a crap ton for that perception check. That's nice. And an okay amount for the athletics check. I mean, it was free XP, right? What did we pick up, though? We got a great axe. Oh, this is Troll Reaper. Okay. So, if you have a teammate that can wield it, like a Miri, usually, this is an axe that does, a +1 axe that does acid damage on a hit as well. So all those trolls that we've been fighting, hence the name, Troll Reaper. Amazing ability. I actually was tempted, by the way, for those of you that are interested in an alternate Sword Saint build for a strength-based build. Since Sword Saints don't have a lot of spells a day, usually their spells, in my opinion, are usually left for buffing up and using them for those ever potent critical hits with your shocking grasp and whatnot. But since we have so little in the way of spells, I thought, you know what, maybe I don't need spells for critting through the weapon so much as just a weapon that will just wreck some shit. Because they are like fighters that you can buff up, right? I had looked at the math of using Great Axe as my Sword Saint, so it was a Great Axe Saint, so to speak. The math was solid. He could hit for some serious damage. It was an intelligence, strength-based build. He had plenty of armor. He was still fine, and he was just raining unholy hell on targets because he was just two-handed power attack, wielding it with a really nice strength stat, and just adding massive damages to every swing. He was just crushing stuff. So it is an option. Notice we have a breastplate +2. That'll be something that like a Miri will enjoy. We got a two-bladed sword somewhere and a bastard sword, of course, we had earlier. Yep. All right. We have one of 3 Kongs, so now let's look for the other. Let's mosey this way. And did I leave treasure here? Or was that lightning my load? That was my lightning my load. I was about to say, I don't remember losing treasure. These are the goblins that I summoned. Like a little pace over here, it looks like. Do a quick save.
I am never wrong.
That's a buff.
I stand ready.
Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam.
I will not falter.
Ona Adayanam.
Alright, feel good about that. Let's go to battle. What we got? Dude, Calvert, Alec, and Edgar. They're all green, so that means they're friendlies. You see 3 peasants circling an ancient oak as they talk loudly among themselves. I found it. What? Where? Show us. Nah, it wasn't nothing. Just thought I did. Damn stump. The man kicks the trunk of the tree with his fist and winces and massages his hand. Well, you put your backs into it. I can smell the gold I can. Who are you? What's going on here? The men jump up and press their backs to the oak's massive trunk. They never take their eyes off you as they lean toward each other, whispering. You barely catch the words Baron and treasure. I'm interested. We're from the village nearby, my lord. The bravest of them answers, and the others nod along. We want to cut this here tree, see? Winter's not far off, you know. We're going to need some wood, the second man adds. And with this much, we maybe could build a boat, too. Cut it out here, as the third one mutters, a quiver in his voice. So much for our gold. You're not in trouble, just tell me everything. Neutral, good option. The villager glanced at his sullen companions. We are searching for gold here, my lord. A traveling bard spent the night in our village, told us tales about big fights and barbarians and the chieftains who led their hordes here long ago. Okay. At the end, he said he knew where the barbarian chieftains buried, promised he could show us. We paid him 2 gold. He wanted 3, but could only gather 2. He told us anyway, though. Also, we have a knowledge check. Proto Lich can do it at a +14, so she needs 8 or better. Barbarians, you say? If I remember their customs correctly. Nice. As you recall, there were barbarian tribes that rode across these lands long ago. Moreover, they buried their chieftains in cairns with all their earthly possessions. However, all the known cairns are far to the east or northwest. The villager impatiently awaits your reply. Why aren't you worried about wandering around these lands? It can be dangerous out here. We lived all our lives around here, my lord. Got nothing to be scared of. If we meet a kobold, we hit him hard. If we meet a wolf, we climb a tree. And if a troll comes around, we run as fast as we can. It's a good plan. As for bandits, we're not afraid of them. They don't cross us because we don't have 2 coins to scrape together. Detect magic. Maybe there's some enchantment beneath the tree. The old oak bears no enchantment. This doesn't exclude the possibility that treasure is there. It may simply be hidden too deep, or perhaps the treasure isn't magical in nature. Okay. We can do a diplomacy check. We can do a bluff. These are all persuasion checks, by the way. Same person will do it. So basically the alignment and the outcome. I love the pointing at a random location on the map. I'm too busy to dig it out myself. So we could literally tell them that it's over there. But no, that's a lie. Lawful good. Diplomacy 18. The truth is the bard lied to you. Succeeded. The diplomacy check lied? How? Why? Because of money, you dipstick. Because we paid too little and he held a grudge. I told you, don't be greedy, I said. Get your stash out of your boot. And what did you do? The villager gestures frantically. I know which way he left. It's only been half a day. We can still catch him. We'll get on our knees before him, empty our pockets if need be. He'll forgive us, then he'll tell us where the treasure really is. Let's go, come on. Yeah, good luck with that, guy. Peace out. Got some XP for that little trip. Alright, not bad, not bad. Doing good, doing good. She's catching up, I'm telling you. Perception checks, she's going to be our boss. It's going to be epic. There is some other things about this tree, or at least this part of the quest, I should say. It's a huge centuries-old oak. It is a real colossus, which observers from above the ages passing by. If you offer to help them dig up the tree, you know, the treasure, you can, and that's a viable option. You don't get anything, there's no treasure. But all your buffs are on a timer, so it burns up several hours. Chances are all your buffs wear off. So if you're going to do that one and give it a go, then make sure to give it a go after you've fought everything on the map first, and then come back to these guys, in my opinion. Just to give you a little heads up.
Dismiss those fools!
Haste spell. Oh my. Okay, we got casters, huh? You know what? We got casters too, Sunshine. They're like dogs in your face. Boom! Get my Liza. Oof. Okay, I guess they do like having dogs on their face. Am I still rocking my flaming weapon? No. Means it's time to reapply said buff. Oh, I want you to take out...
Don't hold back!
You killed multiple puppies. Damn you. Proto, come up here.
Run them through!
Big attack. Shall we slippy slide him?
Yes.
And they all made it. Boo, Lindsay. Alright, Liza. You need to come over here. Why are you moving like a snail? Slow. Oh, they cast slow on us. Oh, you prick. Well, okay. That's not cool.
This will hurt!
Alright, Proto. We got skeletons, but we don't have to. That should be on though. You know what? I kind of want those skeletons out here. I don't like these guys. Well, how much health they got left? Yeah, we can take them.
Let's hear you
Blast this
cry!
fool. Or not. There we go. That's helpful. There you go, Lindsay. You redeemed yourself. Shoot this
Serves
fool.
you right.
Yes, you do. Now I can wail on these fools because it'll be easier for us to hit them.
You should have run!
Wow, this is not good.
Die!
What the hell? Lindsay,
You deserved it.
there we go. Alright. I need puppies. There we go.
Strike!
In there. Do your thing.
Out of my way!
There we go. Don't want any effect that slow spell though.
Now,
You got your image off, did you? And slippy slide right back down in it.
Strike as one. Do not hold back.
Shredding her mirror image that she just cast on herself.
Don't hold back!
Run them through.
Can you do so well?
This is where I step in.
Oofda. Liza.
We shall overcome.
She's not getting the extra attack because of the slow spell, by the way. Bill to debuff the grease spell. So we can loot these corpses properly. First, let's come over here.
I see
My
something.
skills
Oh
are
my. Thank you
absolute.
for that, Lindsay.
Let's move
I was about ready
already.
to touch that thing.
Let us not
I
hesitate.
still want her to get the buff.
Battles await. I'm losing my temper. Got it.
That is a Falcata +1. That is a one-hander, I believe. Kind of an odd weapon. Just take a quick gander at that for those of you that are curious. A Falcata. It's like exotic, right? Yes. Decent crit range, but it's got that ×3 multiplier. That's why it's sexy. This is another one that I did toy around with the idea. There's just not very many in the game that are the fancy name version ones. This is a shame. I really wish they would give you a craftsman that could make you a specific style of weapon. Like, say, you're a fan of the
I will see this
speed
through.
weapon, the final example.
All this waiting
You should be able to
bores me.
tell one of your artisans that is a master craftsman, say, hey, why don't you
No
make me a
one
speed
stands in
longsword,
my way.
or a speed Nunchaku, or a speed, you get the idea. So that you actually get the weapon you want, not just the one that drops.
I do
There
what
is
I
no
must.
loot table, as far as I know. Maybe in the surprise fights, like the ones on the open road. But other than that, by and large, it's scripted. So like that troll axe,
Follow
that's
if
the
you
troll
dare.
reaper axe we just picked up, it's always there. So
Cut them to pieces!
he just charged right up on us. We have a boom sayer. Now this is a bard that has the sonic boom spell. You see he's charging it up right now. It's AoE. And it's a sound burst effect. Very nasty, and it has like a built-in stun, I think, to it. So that's a problem. Proto Witch, on the other hand, has a solution to that, and it's called Skeleton Army. Suck it, loser. Skeleton Army is always the answer. For those of you that didn't know, I'm going to bless right here. Let's take a step back.
You deserve
This
it.
is a branded troll. It has to be killed with anything but, or with an acid effect. And again, with that axe, if any of us could wield it, that would be cool. We don't have it. What I can do though is send a bunch of dogs around this or not.
Attack!
I realized he was close up. Oh, they have a really long range. I forget their arms are really long.
I shall not falter.
Good lord. Oh my. Oop.
And then our leader
Don't say it.
charged forwards. Hey, wait for
Screw
me.
that. That was my fault. Trying to cast a spell at point blank range like that was dumb. She's tough, but she's not that tough, and she's
I will
the buffs
not
are wearing
falter.
off. So
In due time.
Strike as one!
again, Dora. I don't even know what to do, Dora. Let me do something first. These guys aren't exactly the most dexterous. So it's entirely possible that this will work. Or it'd be a complete waste of our time. Good job. Dora, I guess it's your turn, Shane.
This will
So if you're gonna
hurt.
do something. Damage is reduced again because he's immune to the fire. It's still a solid hit. Just not anything that's fancy. And dude, hell, I think he just healed 7. Proto Witch, you know what to do. We need to get those skeletons out here. We Proto. They can take these guys out. The free spell's probably going to cause us more now, maybe. I don't care if they beat on the skeleton. I do care that they're beating on my main teammates. Why is this smacking down? This is not cool. 5 foot step away from this, idiots. Let's do a little acid bomb on this. You like acid, don't you? Oh, you don't? Oh, no. Thank God the dogs are coming in here now. Let's slow it down that back pedal with Dora. Lindsay.
Serves you right.
That's the main concern. Really, I do need to step away from that mess. Let the dogs have their fun. The skeletons will come in and hopefully take out one of these trolls. Proto.
Out of my way!
Sneak attack at the very least. Yeah. There we go. Great. Skeletons, man. One for those guys, we'd be hosed. Well, not hosed, but definitely in a bad way. Good job, puppers. Lindsay.
You deserved it.
Sure did. He tried to eat my friend.
You should have run!
Ooh, there's a nice solid crit. Oof, duh. 33 damage. Alright, Proto.
Run them through!
Beautiful. I really need her sneak attack to start going up, though. Another dire make her break. It's ridiculously easy. Liza. Let's you just ask this question. Hey, ma'am. Come down here now. Lindsay. Closer for some point blank
Any
loving.
last wishes?
There we go. Dora, you're gonna get tripped on that, so we're not gonna bother. So we're gonna do can't trip. We'll acid to the face. Proto, a lot of acid.
Hear you
No
cry!
That's how you do it. Alright. Y'all may be wondering why, or maybe not, the video stopped abruptly a little bit ago and is carrying on without me saying I'll be right back or anything like that. I've decided just to take a natural break point and just keep recording. So do like a 2, 3, 4 hour
I see
recording and then
something.
chop it up at obvious points.
I do
Try
what
to
I must.
minimize the pain and suffering of listening to my voice. Let's see,
Got it!
we got some stuff here. We got a campsite. First I saw something here. Oh, that's a mobility check again. I like the idea of her getting more XP.
All this waiting bores me.
And let's have her do the mobility check. Let's
Let
do
us
that
not
later.
hesitate.
Hopefully I'm not going crazy in
I'm
this video.
losing my
And
temper.
I say that because it's entirely possible
Done.
that
Our time has come.
the recording messes up. 'Cause I've had that happen
Everyone
in the
is
past.
mortal in this world, especially when I'm around.
Nice. She's got 168 XP twice. Anything over here before we check out this camp?
Can you make an epic
Ooh.
pose? I need inspiration.
Aliens.
This is where I step in.
Oof, in the face. Oh. You can
So, Kaya.
in front of Lindsay. Liza. We have dogs still? Or they dog die? Oh, we're down to like 1. Alright, we're gonna have you summon. And we never have fun with the lizard. Let's pull out the lizard. There you go. Honor lizard. Boom, there's a dead wolf. Proto.
Die!
Oh, sneak attack round, I forgot. Alright, now for realsies.
Serves you right.
Oh, Lindsay, that looked like that was going to hit too. Usually when they miss, they miss by like leaps and bounds. It looked like it went right into his hide. Dora. Help out the... Got it there, thank you. Liza. Why don't you charge that one? Oh, food. Oh, wow, really? He's got a nice strength on that guy. Remember, it's buffs thanks to our feats, but it's not the point. It's a solid bonus. Proto. Let's look closer.
Out of
So
my
well.
way!
Boom, sneak attack, and now minus 2 armor. That's because of these. Remember, we have either minus armor, minus attack rolls, or make them move slow, which is kind of weird.
You deserved it.
Ah. We got people up here. What up, peeps? Before we go talk to them, let's actually go over to this thing here. It's weird that it's still showing the mobility check like we haven't done it. I'm gonna
I stand
Buff
ready.
everybody, sort of.
Adventures call to them.
Okay. Quick save on that before we touch this. The bonfire is dying in the middle of the grassy glade. Nearby, a cooking pot is still hot, and the mugs and tin mugs are scattered about. 3 bedrolls have been rolled out beneath the tree, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around. There are no sounds of wildlife either. The mysterious scene is oddly disquieting. So we have detect magic, look around, rummage through their stuff, check the pot, blah, blah, blah. Let's do detect magic first. Let's see if there are any enchantments about. This shimmering is definitely a magical effect of some sort. Judging by its aura, someone may have been trying to cross the borders between the worlds. Look around carefully. After exploring for a while, you begin to understand what's wrong here. The fire's embers glow a little too bright. The grass and trees are a bit too green, and the air itself is a touch too fresh. Everything looks like a too fresh painting seen through a shimmering mirage. Knowledge Arcana 20. Let's see if we can find the nature of this disturbance. Yeah, it looks like the barrier between 2 realities has become too thin. In places like this, people and objects can be drawn from one world to another by sheer chance. That's how Dora got yanked from his dimension to this dimension. Sometimes they reappear far away from their original location, and sometimes they seem to become lost forever. Let's rummage through their things, because we are a roaming band of looting son of a bitches. It's all common hunter supplies: a flint, some cloths, a box of salt. Oddly, there's only 1 backpack here, though there are 3 bedrolls and 3 mugs. Okay. Check inside the pots. Pot contains what's left of a savory stew. There's also what seems to be a herbal tea left cooling in the nearby mugs, and you spot some dirty plates gathered together. It looks like the people who make camp here had just finished eating and were about to go to sleep. Search for traces of the hunters. There's no sign of a fight. It doesn't look like the hunters were abducted or scared away either. Succeed at a perception check. Suddenly you hear screaming coming from the east. That's to the right. So we can either spend the night at camp or leave the campsite. Let's leave the campsite. That lack of obvious causes or dangers makes the deserted campsite seem even more suspicious. You choose to leave before whatever fate befell the hunters can befall you as well. Damn right we did. And that's what these dudes over here are. If you stay the night at the camp, you get screwed over, I think, like that. Here is a pair of legs stick out from the boulder surface. Ew, super gross. Sure where those legs are. Apparently someone's stuck up in here. They got teleported into the rock and instantly died. And these 2 guys, there's Rook and Limmel, are still alive, and there's someone that's been dead up here for a while. So let's talk to Rook. You hear a voice from somewhere above you. You there, help us. A man wearing simple clothes waves to you from the top of the massive rock. Hunters we are. We were camping in the woods, then suddenly we were up here. Some weird magics or something, I guess. For God's sake, help us. How'd you get up there? No clue. We were heading off to sleep when a dream came over us, a bright one, too. All 3 of us were in a river, and the current was sweeping us away. The trees on shore were too high up to the sky, I tell you, and the clouds above were like mountains. We went over a waterfall and hurtled down. Next I knew, we were up here on this rock, wet like drowned rats. I've never seen anything like it, and I hope I never have to again. How many of you are there? Is anyone wounded? We're just 2. I'm mostly good, thank Aristil. Limmel here, though, she came down pretty hard. She's got some broken ribs, can hardly breathe. As for Dolden, I think he's dead. I can only see his feet sticking out of the rock. There's some dwarf corpse up here, too. Guess he got here the same way we did, so that's someone that we want to steal from, probably. So we have 2 different mobility checks. Notice that there's a lawful good and a chaotic good version. Higher number usually means more XP, but I'm not chaotic good. So we can try to catch the hunters using a stretched out cloak. Jump will catch you, or the lawful good version is try to catch hunters using a stretched out cloak. We'll try to catch you, but please be careful. So obviously it's easier to make the check. We can do this one, because we're still doing the right thing. And I think she can make the check. Success, nice. You manage to get a cloak stretched taut to try and catch the hunters. The man above pushes his wounded friend down first, then jumps himself. You catch them both without any trouble. 1080 XP. The hunter hands you a gilded metal cock. Here, as a reward for your efforts, I found it on the corpse up there. It looks valuable. Gold cog wheel ring. Digging through his pockets, the hunters pull out a small purse. Take this too. Linnell and me owe you our lives after all. 110 gold coins. Why, thanks, peeps. I was actually going to offer to try to heal their wounds, but can we do that, actually? Thank you, Rook would help me to my home. Everything will be fine now.
I'm there.
So, good job. Now, we have this spot over here still.
Would you look at that?
I will, and thank you. Ooh,
In
part of the
due
control helmet.
time.
Oh no, here's the exit. Or another exit. And then the last part over here. Now, if you come up this ravine here, you can actually look down and see enough to see this treasure and such, and see that there's wolves over here. So we got a really nasty fight on our hands yet again. Obviously, we want to buff up for this, but we also want to make sure we're healed. And ooh, we got a protection from arrows communal. Hell to the yeah. That's awesome. Let's drop this stuff so we're a little bit lighter. Alright, that's all I care about. And using this, using that, using this again. One more time. And he'll do the same. Because this is a fight that does worry me, I will make sure that we're all topped off reasonably well. If it's like a point away, I don't care. But looks like we're good. We will need protection. So, here is a Shield of Faith potions. They only last for a minute. They are just as good as her Ring of Protection +2, so she doesn't need one. Oh, we have a cloak. Does everyone have a cloak? Yeah, just wanted to make sure. We do have this fireball wand. I should probably equip that. For instance. And I'll give the acid arrow to her. We'll steal her panda, put it back on, and give her the acid arrow wand so that she can cast that as a spell attack. She's going to sneak attack, and that still counts for sneak attack damage, even if it comes from a wand. So, quick save.
Follow if you dare.
Lizard. Get up here, lizard.
Run them through!
Alright, Eliza. Oof, we got a lot over here. We got Alpha Wolf, Ferocious Wolf, another Alpha Wolf, Ferocious Wolf, Ferocious. Okay, you have anything left? You do. When I keep forgetting she has this Bane weapon, I need to put that down here so that she sees that shit. Cure Moderates. Want True Strike. I say we do the 5-foot stutter step. And start us off with some AoE damage. Oh, we'll take that. Come on, get it. He actually has a really good sheen to him with that effect on him. For a lizard, that looks actually quite perfect. Dora. You are good enough to pull up to here, and fuego! Oh, damn it. Forgot to stutter step. Derp. Lizzie. Buff up the team. Proto. Cantrip time.
Let's hear you cry! Do not hold back.
Actually, probably good that the alphas are up front, so we don't have to think about stuff. Now, let's do that fire. Might as well do AoE damage while the wands are there. Not amazing, that was like, it's actually pretty bad. What was that? 5d6. Lindsay, you can come over here, hon.
Any last wishes?
This in the face. Proto.
Die!
Doesn't count a sneak attack because they knocked over my little pet here, the monitor lizard. He got knocked down. Let's do the Bane weapon.
We shall overcome. Ah!
Or not. That's what the +2 I believe was, is the Bane effect. Straight up misses though, man. That sucked. Oh, they took out the... Okay. That's fair. We need help. More fire. That was a solid hit. Got everything except for Alpha Wolf and Alpha Wolf, really. I thought that was someone we killed by mistake. Anyway, and your turn. Ooh, she's gonna need some help here in a mo.
This is where I step in.
Proto, we got another skeleton. Last second. Do that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Oh, only got 3. Oh, boo on you. Okay, Eliza. 5-foot step. I said 5-foot step, you jackhole. Anyway, summon the dog. Thank you. Doofus. I may have to repeat this fight just because that was a flub up beyond all measure. Can't do the face.
Serves you right.
These guys are tougher than they look.
Out of my
Touch attacks
way!
should do what stealing the damage, but I'm not getting a chance to get it off. There we go. Eliza, you just sit your butt right there.